Which with the rule changes, one more extra round, whatever. Does it make a difference? Who knows? Who cares? Whatever. One extra round. My only thought process into it, you know, you guys are looking long term towards the future. What's that going to leave for next year? You're dipping into the depth pool a little bit as far as, you know, your rookie minor leaguers go. You know, I like to keep a little, you know, I don't want to be, you know, looking at 18-year-old kids who haven't even swung the bat yet, put them on minor league bench, you know, like you're going to, because you can pretty much guarantee the top 20 are going to be on someone's roster. Bottom line, okay, where does that leave us next year? The guys that were ranked 30 and, you know, between 30 and 50.
Well, the thing with the rule changes is that it's my first year, so I mean, any kind of rule change that gets implemented, I don't care. It's all brand new to me. I mean, it's not going to help me out one way or the different. I'm not accustomed to last year's draft and how that went and years before, because I know this is something that we've been doing for a long time. So it really doesn't affect me. But what Chris was saying does make a little bit of sense. You know, keep the snake even. Everyone's get the same amount of picks. You get that field the whole team for 23 players, and then you have that one for the minor league spot. So I think that's going to be okay. But like you said, Jeff, you know, how many more rounds? How many more rounds are we going to have? So next year we're going to have 25 rounds. They have 2 guys. The only thing I can think of, it's a football analogy. When USC went out and talked to that 15-year-old kid who's throwing passes. Are we going to be that? Are we going to be that roster? I mean, but it only helps our baseball knowledge. It helps our baseball intellect a lot. But yeah, there's a couple guys that, you know, that are potential superstars that are waiting in the wings. Yeah. And without that extra draft spot, I mean, maybe I can't get a Madison Bumgarner. I don't really think he's going to be that big of an impact player. But you know, you'll see guys down the line that, you know, that do have that superstar quality, and I think having that extra round, you know, I don't think it could hurt. And then the same thing, I don't think it could help either. So like I said, it's my first year in the league. I'm not here to ruffle any feathers when it comes to rule changes and stuff like that. I kind of want to get to know how everything goes, and then once it goes, it goes.
It is what it is. It doesn't really bother me either way. Chris was very busy the other day with I think a total of 16 text messages and 8 emails. So they were all on top of that. So either way, it sounds like everyone's on board. We'll see how it goes. Alright, Dan, going into this year, you got, looks like you've held yourself down, you made some trades, you've acquired some key players. What are you looking to build yourself around as far as being a competitive team? You know, you pretty much can't do any worse than what I did my first year, or nor Chris Butts. Or, you know, so if you can improve on anything of that, I think you'll be in good shape. But I'd like to get your thoughts on what do you think you got, what you're trying to build yourself around this year.
Well, you know, my strategy for the for my first year in the Mad Monks Fantasy Baseball League, well, from what I heard, everyone told me that it was a 2-year learning curve, and I'm okay with that. But my thing is that I wanted to come in like a lion instead of like a lamb. I wanted to make some trades. I wanted to get some action going. I didn't want to be the deadbeat on the bench that, you know, kind of, well, Thunder didn't help me out with drafting the stink team that he did last year. So I mean, my options were kind of limited when it comes to trading players. So I had some picks, but I picked up, in my opinion, the best pitcher in all of baseball. I picked up Sinjo Chu, who's probably about the 20th overall outfielder as a 10th round pick. The guy's going to bat about 300, 30 stolen bases, 80 RBIs, 20-some dingers. Not a bad pickup at 10. I'm still in the process of doing something with my 5th overall pick. They're trying to get an impact player there as well. But But you know, I mean, of course I want to do better than you and Butts did my first year.
Yeah.
That's a given. And you know, and I'm, you know, the way I look at it, I'm like the Baltimore Orioles. I'm trying to get a team together. I'm trying to get some stuff working on it. But do I see myself as a playoff contender? No, not this year. But you know, if I do and everything comes out right and I have a decent draft, you know, you never know. You never know. Crazier things have happened. And as opposed to if I'm going to be pitching heavy or you know, home run hitting, RBI, driving in runs kind of heavy, I think I want to go for balance. I think consider me like a national team, going with good pitching, maybe guys who are pretty quick. Watch out for that guy. Guys that are pretty quick. Maybe some stolen bases. I want all around good players as opposed to a guy who's going to bat 247 and hit 35 home runs. There's a lot of options in baseball. There's a lot of good players, a lot of players that can slip to the later rounds, and you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Well, here we are doing our little thing for late hits. Tune back in and we'll catch us out in a little bit.
We're out.
Peace out from spring break. 10.